Hey, welcome back. Okay, the date topic is going to be hard to talk about, so I still don't know if I'm going to do it today. Might get to it. I'm definitely going to talk about it this week, but oops. Yeah, I met somebody on Sunday, and I'm actually going to meet her again tomorrow. So, it's the first time I've met somebody twice. Except for that girl that I went ice skating with, but that was like a friend thing, so that doesn't count. That wasn't a date, because it was a friend. It was a friend date. But it's complicated? No, it's not. It's not. It's not complicated. It's very simple. But I probably mentioned something like this before, but so I did the date on Sunday afternoon. We went for coffee, and it was good. I mean, it was fine. But then afterwards, I went to that concert, and I remember the last time I went to a concert was Owl City in 2018, I think. It's the only other concert I've been to. Because, like, I'm not a super big music person, but, oh, hello. What's your name? Ooh, who's watching? I always feel like, what was I talking about? Pay attention. Oh, this is the guy, he eats people and then they turn into zombies. You go on the date on Sunday afternoon, and then everything after that is cake. It's like so much easier. It definitely changes your perspective, because the date thing is like the hardest thing you can do. And then it's like, oh, I'm just gonna go to a concert, who cares? Because when I went to the Owl City concert, I was nervous about it, and I was thinking like, oh, where am I gonna stand, and what if I have to go to the bathroom? Like, what do I do? But I wasn't thinking about any of that. But probably when I was driving to the concert, I was just thinking about the date, like what I said, and how it went, and what should I text her or whatever. And then I just showed up at the concert, and I was like, oh, here I am. So, that's good. I don't know. Yeah, it is just like, oh, if you can survive the date, the concert's fine. It's gonna be fine. Yeah, it's hard. I mean, I am glad that I'm doing like these videos, and that I'm doing that I did the journal. Because, like, I do want to remember how I used to be, because I do feel myself changing a little bit. And it's just, like, it is so slow that it's hard to remember how I used to think about things and how I used to be. I'm still not great, but, like, so I had the thought, like, I remember when I moved into my apartment the first time, 3 or 4 years ago. 3 years ago. 4? I don't know. 3. I don't remember. I was thinking about my hair, like I always do, because I remember when I lived with my parents, I could just, when I would leave the house in the morning to go to work, my hair would be like all wet and bad, because I put the Rogaine in, and it like makes your hair crunchy and weird, and I just like, I don't want people to see my hair like this, and it makes it like wet, and it's like weird, but like I don't have to worry about it, because like I just walk from my parents' house to my car, and then it takes me half an hour to get to work, so it's like an hour that I have to dry my hair, and then it looks kind of fine. And then what I used to do when I got to work is I would go to the bathroom and I would check my hair. I hate how much I care about what it looks like, but so I thought I had, when I was moving to my apartment, is like I'm in my apartment and I don't have that buffer time. Like, I just walk out from my apartment into the hallway and there's people there. There could be. There usually wasn't, but there could be. I'd be like, what do I do? Like, what do I do with my hair? What do I do with it? I was just nervous about leaving the house like that. So that's like a thought that I used to have, and I don't have it anymore. I mean, I still care about what my hair looks like when I leave the house. Even like when I take the trash out. Or like when I order food before they get here, I'm like, oh, I should look at my hair. It's the truth. It's embarrassing, but it's true. I mean, the pimples, what are you gonna do? There's nothing you can do about it. I'm embarrassed about the pimples, but should I talk about the date? I'm gonna save it till tomorrow. So what else? Yeah, thinking about how I definitely have an audio journal of me going to the Owl City concert. Maybe I could find that and play it. And just, if there's anything interesting in there. Just to show the difference of like, I didn't feel nervous at all going to this concert. I guess I do wish I had somebody to go with, but like so I went and I didn't go down on the floor. There's a balcony. It was actually a pretty cool place. It was an old church. It was called Asbury Hall in Buffalo. And I'm like, well, I'll just stand up in the balcony, because that's like less, I don't know, I don't want to be in the mosh pit. But it was there weren't really a lot of people, so like, if I wanted to stand up at the front, I could have, which would have been kind of cool to see Tyler. Oh, look, it's Tyler. It's Tyler from the Midnight. He's gonna sweat on me. I hope he sweats on me. There were these two. It's funny to watch people. It's fun. There were these two like really young girls up at the front, and they were just like, look at me, and they were like singing all the words. I wonder what that would be like to have people like looking at you like that, and just like, what do you do? If they're like so young, you can't really like look at them and be like, hi, I'm singing up here. But once in a while he did do that, and they were like taking videos, and he was like looking at the camera, and he's like, yeah, he's playing the guitar. It's like, I'm rocking. But like, you don't want to encourage that kind of behavior. I feel like if I was a rock star, I wouldn't be like looking at the 15-year-old girls in the front row being like, yeah, Billy Billy. I don't know how old they were. I think actually you did have to be 21 to get in, so I don't know. 21-year-old girls look like they're 15 to me, I guess. Or maybe not, I don't know. No, I think they gave you a wristband if you were over 21, so then you could get drinks or something. I don't know. Wait, did I do what I was supposed to? No, I have to go to the Ishimura. Did I? What's happening? Oh. So that was the concert. It was very good. I stood up in the balcony, and I definitely didn't do this when I went to the Owl City concert. I was like, I sang some of the songs. I didn't sing all of them, but like when it was getting really loud, and I knew nobody could hear me, I sang a couple tunes. I pretty much knew all the words to their songs, which was surprising. Like, I didn't know that I knew that band that well, and like I knew all their songs that they sang. I'm a fan. That's probably one of my top 3 bands, I guess. I think it's Owl City, Porter Robinson, and The Midnight. There you go. But I don't listen to that much music. I think the thing with me is like I don't have music on in the background. Whenever I listen to music, it's like active. Like I'm actively listening to it. Like I'm watching a movie, I watch it. I don't just have it on in the background. I usually whenever I listen to music, it's like I want to listen to this song. It's not just like, oh, throw on Fleetwood Mac or something. I don't know. I don't do that. Put on a Billy Joel song. Any song, doesn't matter. I just need something on in the background. I gotta use these nodes. So yeah, I don't know. What's the point of this? Go to concerts, it's fun. I was dancing and I was singing. I mean, I wasn't dancing, but I was bobbing. Definitely doing some bobbing. And I stood up, like I wasn't just sitting there. It was cool because it was an old church, so I was sitting like in the pew, in the balcony, like at New Providence Presbyterian Church, what I used to do. It was exactly the same. So there was some comfort there, probably. Like, oh, it's an old church. But when the midnight came out, I stood up, and I made sure nobody was behind me, and I was dancing. I was doing some of this, some of these shoulders. Ooh, 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 the midnight, ooh, ooh. Who moved this? Oh. What's my favorite midnight song? Good question. What was my favorite song they did at the concert? Huh, that's a good question. Probably my favorite song is called Lost Boy, but that's not a very concert. They played it at the show, but it didn't rock very hard. It was good. That's probably my favorite song. I liked America too. And I don't know what was my favorite though. I don't know. I'll just say America too. I like that one. Ooh. This is fun. I like that I put it on easy. It's not stressful. We don't come here for the video games. We come here to cure our social anxiety. And it's working. Went to a concert. I should try to get that Owl City audio journal. Whatever. Okay, I'm gonna do this tomorrow. See ya.